Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, the Master Crayon Eater, and my amazing co-host.
What's going on? Teflon John here.
The Magic Man?
Yeah.
The Magic Man is back. It's a weekend, but the Magic Man is back. And today is a very special episode. We have our first ever four-way. Pause.
Don't say that out loud.
Didn't sound right.
We have our first ever podcast with four people. Is going to be amazing. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. So make sure you guys stay tuned after the intro. But before that, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice preemptive thumbs up if you guys like this content. If you guys want us to cover a stock on Daddy Bits, make sure that you drop it down in the comment section down below. And here comes the intro. Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, the Master Crayon Eater. And as always,
what's going on? Beautiful Sunday today, Teflon
It's
John.
a beautiful Sunday. Tefleezy Fosheezy is in the heezy. We have some return guests, two of them this time. This is going to be, I'm excited. You know, I've been excited about this pod for the past 3 days now, ever since we decided to do a four-way? A four-way? A four-way?
That's not right.
So there's
Four-way with the bros.
a four-way? A bro-way? So we have Matt, who is coming back for his second appearance. We have Paco coming back for his second appearance. We're going to have a very, very fun time. If you guys have been following us on Instagram, you guys know that we are having a raffle today. So make sure that you guys stay tuned, because we are going to be raffling out some prizes that are still a secret. We're going to announce that when we do the raffle. And remember, we're not going to tell you guys when the raffle is. It's just going to come randomly when I feel like it. But just stay tuned. But I do have a question for you guys. Is this it? Is this it, John?
We still talking about AMC?
Sell in May, go away, and on Tuesday it's June.
Come back in June.
Come back in June. Are we back in growth stocks? Is that the yes? Dude, I'm excited because my portfolio has been taking a beating for the past 2 to 3 months.
What are you talking about, man? You just made 17 about AMC.
Well, okay, let's temper the volume here, guys. It's still unrealized. It's still a play that's still moving. It's not like it's already in the bank, because I still believe that it's going to go to 100,000.
100,000.
Hey, Matt, and Paco.
Yeah.
I just want to share something real quick. I shorted AMC.
He bet against me. You know how? All right, guys. You guys are married. We're all married here. We're all married here. All right. Does everybody love boba here?
Yeah.
Yeah, boba's delicious, right? What's your favorite boba spot?
In Union City, Tapioca Express.
TapX is delicious. Yeah. TapX is a staple. Matt, what's your favorite boba spot?
Is Jason T one, right? The
is
one
that
in
a
Yeah. That's one. It's actually international too.
Nice.
Yeah.
John, what's your favorite boba?
Man, they ain't no boba over here, man. They're gonna look at that like, what are those? What are those balls?
Well, I mean, let's you know what? We should have Brian come on the next episode, because I'm pretty sure he knows what boba is, and he makes it at home.
Soup, bro.
Boba soup. Now, let me ask you guys this, though. Let's say that your favorite is TapX, right? What's your least favorite boba spot? Paco, what's your least favorite boba spot?
Probably Tapioca. No.
Least favorite.
Damn, I don't even have a least favorite.
What about you, Matt? Least favorite?
I mean,
I know one.
I'm not trying to bash, but TapX is kind of artificial to me. So I'm going to say TapX.
So basically, Matt, you're shorting Paco.
The powder.
So imagine that. That Paco wants to get TapX, right? And Matt goes, you know what? TapX is bad. I don't like it. Imagine getting that text. Imagine going long on TapX and Matt goes short on TapX. That text message hurt my feelings, and I'm like,
it didn't hurt your feelings because I told you how much I made off of it. All right,
so,
I covered at 25. Okay, from 32 to 25.
So you shorted at the top, which is great.
Yeah. All right.
The day is nice. It's a good move. I like it.
From Friday. Okay. So I put in a $32 put, which expired June 11th. Okay. So if you're expecting a huge move off of, a 7-point move, right? But you haven't really looked into all the variables. Like, for example, if you guys want to Google this, it's called an IV crush. Okay, implied volatility crush. Okay, because AMC, GameStop, all these meme stocks, they're up and down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the volatility, the implied volatility, volatility.
You know what? Keep going. I'm gonna bring that back. Keep it going. I'm gonna bring.
No favorite word.
Something that happened last night. Anyways, so the implied volatility was pretty high, okay, because AMC or GameStop they can just shoot back up anytime, right? So that's why the IV was so high. So I picked my $32 put when it was at 32. So I did, in the money, right? And then it started coming down, and I was like, perfect. All right. For the full 8 hours, okay, it stayed at 25, right? 25, 26. Mm-hmm. I don't know where it closed. But anyways, I closed it the same day towards the end of the day. And so that big $7 move, guess how much I made?
$100.
What about you, Matt?
I'll say 300.
$7 move?
On a leverage position,
Oh,
mind you, on an option, it's 100x.
Exactly. Right. You're pretty much saying that I shorted 100 shares worth of AMC.
So somewhere in thousands, maybe.
What about you, Nico?
I mean, you already told me, so I'm not going to say it.
It's kind of embarrassing, but it was the most stressful $150 that I've made. Exactly. Because you guys got to Google what an IV crush is. When the volatility is so high, okay, because AMC can just shoot back up and then I'll lose my money. So buying puts when the implied volatility, and I'm telling you guys this right now, okay? So when you guys are picking puts and, the stock is just shooting up, right? Look at the IV. If it's super high, don't even look at it. Don't even buy that put. Because you're throwing your money away, right? Mm-hmm. Because the game is stacked against you. Now, if AMC goes back up, that's it. You're going to lose money on puts. If AMC stays at 25, 26, or 27, you're still going to lose money eventually. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So coincidentally, when John said that he was buying puts, I was looking to sell my calls.
Yeah.
So I was doing in a way that, like, when he says implied volatility is high and you buy puts, it's the same as buying calls because IV crush is real. And if you guys get crushed on IV, that's something that it's hard to recover from. So what I did is, because I owned my shares, right? I ended up, instead of buying the calls, I sold the calls. So essentially, I sold the dream to somebody.
Yeah.
And I've been collecting time decay as I'm holding these cells. So it's a short call essentially. I am currently up like $1,400 on that trade.
Yeah.
Which that's the way that you play the options market. For those who don't know.
Yeah.
When IV is high, don't buy. You sell. Right? So always make sure that you guys watch the options chain.
This is lesson learned right here, because you got to pay attention to the Greeks. Okay. Mm-hmm. For the folks who are new to options or investing or trading, like, you got to do your due diligence when it comes to just, throwing your money in an option call or a put, right? Don't do it, because it was the most stressful $150 that, I've ever traded or I've ever earned, you know, in my trading career. And I was like, God damn, like that's it off of a 7-point drop. Like I wanted to test something out, right? It was a theory. I was like, what would happen if I buy this put and it did drop 7 points? You know, a 7-point drop is huge. That could be like thousands. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But really it was only $150 in profit. And luckily I got out of there off of, you know, like with some profit, right? But for the newcomers, just be careful. That's just my opinion. Okay. Just be careful on what you're actually putting your money into. It's not all dandy, really.
And knowing risk management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
and
my
that's
story.
kind of like, that kind of plays into like, how are you actually managing your risk? Because it's not just as simple as, especially if you're playing the options market, it's not as simple as just buying the shares and selling the shares, because that right there, there's the implied volatility is kind of factored in a different way, right? That's purely based on how many shares are outstanding, how many shares are being bought up, how much short interest is. That's the only factors when it comes to shares, right? But when it comes to options, because it's a leveraged position, there's so many other factors, and you really have to be mindful of the Greeks. So the Greek that you need to pay attention to when it comes to options, I think, is Vega. I believe it's Vega. You remember what it is, John?
You said you believe?
I believe.
The only Greek that I know is Theta, is Decay.
No, yeah, it is Vega.
That's the one everybody knows.
Yeah.
It is Vega. It's Vega. It's Vega.
Why is the market so rigged against us?
Because we're scrappers, dude.
If there's a lot of money involved,
yeah, we're essentially the bottom feeders of the market.
All right, how about this? Since we have a lot of newcomers that are listening, let's do a round table, okay? Since we have a lot of newcomers that are listening or watching our videos, and we just want to give our opinions, right? Like, what advice would you give to your friends who's never traded or invested in the stock market or know anything about the stock market? Like, what advice? Like, we'll start with Paco.
My advice would be do some research on it, watch some videos, and ask, your peers, just like what I did. And you'd be surprised the kind of responses you get, but always have curiosity for wanting to know more. Like, go into depth. Don't just see that there's a chance to make money. See how you can make money or how you can invest. That'd be my advice. Because when I got in, I didn't know anything about stocks. So first thing I did was just download the app. Just don't do Robinhood. Can't stress that enough. But at least go and look at the charts and then dig deep. Like YouTube, what is the chart? What is the candlestick? And start from there. So that way you at least have a good foundation, or you're in the right direction to a good foundation. Because now you can learn anything on the internet.
Yeah. But Matt, what do you think?
For me, I'd say learn the basics on the chart. Know what you're buying into. Also, paper trade. I wish I could have done that like first thing, but paper trade is really important. Like you find out how much money you can make, how much money you could profit or lose. Also, ask people that's been in the market or has experience in the market, just to get their 2 cents. It really helps a lot. You really have to ask a lot of questions. Don't be scared. That's how I.
And also, don't pick Robinhood.
Yeah,
dude, don't do it.
Dude, did you see me on the Discord? They locked me for
pattern day. Tell us
the story, dude.
Tell us your story about Robinhood. I mean, it's a learning experience.
Another one to add.
So Memorial Day, it's tomorrow, Monday, but Friday was so volatile, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So there were so many plays going on, mind you, and I just lost I just lost track how many plays I got into, and then I just kept selling, and then I was like, yeah, it just happened so quickly, and then it said 90 days. It said you're locked out at 90 days. I was like, oh yeah, probably it's ass. But got to do a cash account, so I'm gonna try to switch to TOS or TDA or TradeStation. That's what JSP's to recommend. I mean, there's so many options, man. There's so many brokers.
Yeah,
like,
there's so many brokers.
You just got to try it all.
And do your own research and whatever. Right. Yeah, definitely whatever works for you.
Yeah, definitely do your own research. Don't just put your money into something that you don't know.
One thing that we can all agree on is Robinhood definitely sucks. It's just
for sure.
It's straight butt.
Hey, fun fact, okay? Last year, in March 2020, Robinhood was down 21 times. They had technical difficulties 21 times in 1 month.
They can't even do technical analysis. So how can they they can do properly technically sound?
It's terrible. But what about you, bro? Nico, what about you?
For new traders?
Yeah.
For new traders, it's always about getting your reps in. One thing that I would like to applaud Matt and Paco with is they paper traded. That's something that I do believe is very essential. Remember that when you want to get into the stock market, it's not like daddy gave you $1 million to play with. This is money that you sweated for. This is money that you've worked hard for.
Yeah.
So yes, there is a level of how do you say this, degeneracy that definitely plays into the stock market. And I'm guilty of that, right? Because I mean, this is the only way that I can legally gamble.
From your home.
You know what I mean? But however, this is real money. This is potentially life-changing money that you can acquire, and it's not as simple as throwing darts at a play and expect it to bloom. Not everything is a flower, right? What I would definitely suggest is learning from a mentor, finding a group to trade with, because it's definitely essential that you are not alone when you're going through something that can be life-changing. Because yeah, you can, win. There's wins to be had, right? There's somewhat of a luck system that's involved, but when you win and you don't have a sounding board or a group of friends that do it with you, you tend to get lost and you're just like in your head like, oh crap, that happened, I could do that again. It still happens. Even if you trade with a group, that happens because you're alone still. But if you can talk to somebody and try to gauge what their thought process is, maybe you can have a different perspective. So, and when they paper traded, Matt showed me, his paper trade P&Ls, and I keep telling him like, this is amazing because you're getting your reps in.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're ready for the real stuff, you have less reservations and you know what you're doing, so that when you see a loss, you felt it already.
Yeah,
you felt it.
It's true.
But
This game is all about feelings.
Yeah, and emotions. But here's the thing, though. Like when there's some pros and cons when it comes to paper trading, right? A lot of people abuse paper trading because there's no skin in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you develop that discipline when you're paper trading, right? It's completely up to that individual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got to see the bigger goal, though.
Yeah. Act like it's your money.
That's the thing, though. Some people, abuse that system.
I mean,
they're like, all right, well, I got, quote unquote, 100,000 of paper trades, right?
Yeah.
I'll throw in this money. I'll throw in that money.
That is very true. That is so very true. But let's take a look at the flip side of it all. Once they transition into real money and they actually take that loss,
they're gonna flip. Yeah,
they're gonna flip, right? So let's ask that. Like Matt, when you paper traded, right? Did you ever feel like, oh crap, this is not real money, I could probably do this in real life?
Yeah,
definitely not at the first time, because I didn't. They would just default $100,000 in your account, paper trading, of course. But I did do the limit. Like, let's say I had like $3,000 in my Robinhood. Robinhood sucks, by the way. But I just made it realistic. How much I had. So you want to make it realistic to you, and that's why you're paper trading. You're practicing. You don't want to make it seem like, oh, you're a millionaire, and you're using money that you don't really have personally. So you want to set it to what you have, and you learn a lot more. So, yeah.
Agreed. What about you, Paco? When you paper traded, what were the overall like feelings that you were having?
Well, for me, it's all about the learning experience. So, I mean, yeah, they do give you 100,000, but I'm not gonna be like, I don't have 100,000, because if I did, I could have flipped it doing other things. So be realistic. What helped me a lot too is like I would, you know, buy certain shares of a company and then go look into that company and see what it is. What does it do?
Yeah.
And because it's like when you let someone borrow money. Like obviously you're gonna watch them move. You can't let them borrow money. You see them in Vegas the next week, you're gonna be like, what the hell's going on? So same thing when you're investing. It's like your time. You got to choose who you're gonna invest in, why. Why you pick this company. So when I got in, I didn't know what companies to pick. So I talked to my brother-in-law, and then obviously I like electricity. I'm an electrician. So I was like, I like companies like Tesla, or I say, what other company I could look into? It was Plug at the time, or CCIV. And for me not knowing, I looked into the company and I read the bio and all that, and it sparked some kind of interest. And obviously you got to go and dig deeper, see who the CEO is, what are the plans, why is this company moving this way, why is it growing so much in a day, why is it starting at 60 and ends at 69, then a week later it's like at 69 and drops to 62. So like I said, it's always that curiosity.
That start and end at a 69. That's the thing.
Plug did.
Where's it at now? It sucks, right?
Yeah.
But see, it's nice to hear, both of your inputs on this one. But since you guys are somewhat fairly new in the stock market, given the few months of what the market's given us, like, what are your thoughts about the market in general? Like, what you guys have seen so far? Just for the newcomers, obviously, when a friend approaches you guys, hey, what do you think about the stock market? Well, I've only been in this, a few months, but this is what I've seen so far. So, what do you guys think, with Paco?
I would say, if you are going to get in the stock market, definitely know what kind of stock market you're getting into, what kind of month you're going to get into. Like if you're going to say you're going to start this month, right? Ask somebody, or join the Discord, ask these guys, like what I did. I didn't know, so I started asking around. Because what if you get into the stock market and it's literally fucking crashing?
Yeah.
You're just going to be, no matter, I mean, if you're not dipping into options, what you do is you're just going to be throwing your money in the garbage.
You know what sucks about it is that last year when the market crashed, I actually know like so many people who got into the market in February, and then March came and they're like, oh, what is this? Is this the stock market? Like, worst because time. I pretty much lost 80% of my account. I'm like, whoa, hold on.
That's like us in February, though.
That ain't it.
I got in January, it was booming, and then the next month came, and that shit just went, oh, it's all good, like a roller coaster.
So same scenario, right? Like,
it's all experience, though. It's all
stuff.
You gotta,
So Matt, what do you think? Like, given the few months, of what the market's given us, like, what do you think about the general market overall?
I mean, the pandemic was a perfect example that you brought up. I'd say there's so many events that could affect the stock market, and it's kind of all about, what time of the month you're in, what day of the month you're in. Is Biden gonna, talk about, how he's gonna like cut, something about budgets, or, there's just a lot of factors, and that's why you really have to do your due diligences. And, it's a lot of work, and don't let the market, like, I guess, bring you down because you got in at the wrong time. But just make sure you do ask around, just like what Paco said. You gotta follow people on Twitter that's been doing it for a long time. They'll give you information like, oh, this is the witching hour, just stuff like that. You wanna just expand and be open-minded, no matter what it is. It could be bad information. I mean, the more you get into it, you'll know what is false and what is true.
All right. Next thing. One word to describe the stock market right now. Matt.
Bullshit.
That was a really good answer.
I was waiting for that one.
Bullshit's one word to me.
All right, man.
No,
one
word. Right now.
Huh?
It's a crazy time. I mean, the bears come out and then the bulls come out. So
there you go.
What can you say?
Nico, one word to describe the stock market.
Ape strong. And this is like the ebb and flow of the stock market. Watch. This is gonna be. This is where we've seen this before. This is the thing that we talk about like from time to time is the market is a cyclical market, right? It's a rolling hill. It's the ebbs and the flows, right? It's up to us retail traders to take what is given to us because we can't take. We're not in the position to take. We're not in the position to make markets. We're not in the position to manipulate the markets. We can only take what is given to us, right? We can only take what we worked for, right? We can only take what we've done our research on. And this is a space where we're in between, right? We've seen the bear market. We've seen this massive sell-off for growth. We're seeing a slight uptick in the past 2 weeks with growth, right? And we're now at a place where the apes are coming up. So bull, bear, and ape. Reason why it's ape, stand up straight. And this is when the ape market happens, right? Because there's so much money that's going to flow into a handful of stocks. What happens is everything gets pressured to the downside. Exactly what happened with GameStop. And for your plays that have a long conviction on, assuming that you got it at a proper price, right? Just make sure that you guys DCA out. Have some contingency plans in place in order for you to make money while these are going down. Okay. It's either you sell or you find a creative way to cover your creative way to protect your positions. Because ultimately we're always one piece of news away from either going up or going down.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all about capital preservation. What I have learned in the past 3 months is I've gotten to a point where my portfolio was at an all-time high and I was feeling euphoric. Super euphoric, right? Like that first roll of ecstasy. Like you're like, oh man, this is so amazing. Like you're melting on your bed. Like, oh my God. You're touching yourself in different places, right? But the crash is hard.
The come down, yeah.
The come down is hard.
When you sober up.
When you sober up, because that come down is just rough. Like you're cracked out at 6 a.m. thinking about like, all right, that was fun, but where's my life going now? And you're extra depressed.
Oh crap! I was supposed to be at work 2 hours ago.
I was supposed to be at work 2 hours ago, and now I've already missed work. My life is a mess, and that's exactly how I felt. Because, all right, I'm just going to give you guys the full skinny on what happened. I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys here. Palantir hit 45, and I'm over leveraged on Palantir. my portfolio went up to places where I never dreamed that I would have. Right. It's small dream. Let's just say that it hit a high of 42 because of the sell-off and because I was over leveraged on Palantir and I'm holding the positions. I held on to the same amount of position, like same amount of shares and calls since then because I have a pretty long expiration date. I've held through it and my portfolio dipped all the way to 9. And the reason why, and the reason why is because I lost my ability to day trade because I'm on a margin account. So Matt brought up a good point earlier. He wants to fund a cash account, which is fine because you could day trade on the cash account.
Yeah.
A little bit of a disadvantage on a cash account is that you have to wait for your cash to settle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it takes around 2 to 3 days before your positions are settling. Okay. So make sure that when you guys do have a cash account, only trade around 20 to 30% of your entire cash position. Because the last thing that you want to do is go all ham on a day trade and then not able to make another trade right after.
What was that saying?
Oh, the new one that we just came up with? right? This is a first. Go ham or eat spam.
I thought you were gonna say there's no in between.
But there's also no in between. There's no in between. Now there is an in between. I say that there's no in between because that's the degenerate in me talking. But
Yeah.
this is a cautionary tale. I've been bag holding for the past 3 months at the levels of 9 to roughly around 12. Up and down, up and down, up and down, because my portfolio follows Palantir, right?
Yeah.
And I took this AMC trade because it was super cheap. That should cost me $800.
I know.
And now it's essentially my recovery play. But now I'm at a level where I can day trade again.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at like a legitimate exit because I feel that if I lose my ability to day trade, I'm not going to be able to get back to where I need to be for another 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
So make sure that you guys manage your risk accordingly and preserve your capital as much as you can. Because the last thing that I want you guys to say is, oh crap, I can't make any plays. I'm tapped out. I'm over leveraged. Don't be like me. I'm not a role model, right? But make sure that you guys just please do me a favor. If you guys are listening, do not over leverage. It's not a fun. It's not fun.
It's not a fun
Very
time.
dangerous.
It's not a fun time. You ignore you ignore calls from people that really matter to you. That's not a good look.
Yeah. Here's my opinion on that one. So when you're over leveraging, okay, you're pretty much on margin, right? You're already like above margin. So basically you've borrowed money more than what your account is worth. Okay. So for the folks who don't know what we're talking about, when we talk about margin and over leveraging, you're borrowing money from your broker that you don't have. And when the stock comes down, you have to pay your broker first before you pay yourself first, right?
They take that money back too.
They immediately take that money away from your account.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
So this is kind of funny because you know what, like the margin rates are, if your account's growing and it's doing really well, your broker gives you 2 to 3x
more. Yeah. They're going to keep
3x.
pumping more margin on your account because they want you to lose it. They're the casino. They're the house.
Yeah. 2 to 3x.
So
and when your account goes down, they take that margin back. They take it back. And you're kind of stuck in like, oh crap, now I gotta dump some more money in, or I gotta close my positions in order for them to cover. So mind your margins. Mind your margins. Don't go all ham. Eat some spam. It's delicious. It's delicious. Every day is not a Wagyu day, boys.
No, we know that firsthand.
Every day is not a Wagyu day. We gotta eat ice. We gotta eat the ice.
A little Kinder seasoning.
Little Kinder seasoning on the ice. Enjoy your ice. But now that you guys seen a bear market and a bull market, what are your future outlooks? Right? Future outlooks. Because that's a very important part of trading in the stock market, is you're seeing historical data, you're seeing historical trends, but because of potential news that's about to pop, right? What is your current outlook for the next like month? Because now we're coming out of a potential bear.
Dude, I think we're gonna start a pump again. That's just my opinion, because the 3 markets that we're currently in right now, it's showing a breakout. So I'm super excited for June actually, because first of all, a lot of things are reopening again. Dude, California's giving Handsome Newsom is giving away 100-something million.
Yeah, dude.
120.
Yeah.
If you're not vaccinated, the handsomest of all Gavins, Mr. Clapham Cheeks himself, is about to give you some cash in order for you to take the VACO.
$50 for anybody after the 27th.
$50?
Wow.
Wait, explain that to me. Explain to me how it works, because a lot of people probably never heard of it.
So if you're vaccinated, obviously your information's already there. You're already entered into this raffle. So I forgot what date it is, but they'll be giving $15 million to 10 people. That's a raffle. So it's like 1.5 per person, right? Raffle. Yeah, for a raffle. After that, I think the cash price drops like crazy. It's like 500,000. But he says, yeah, it's still hella money.
That's still hella money.
Yeah, but he says anybody who gets vaccinated after the 27th, I think the first 2 million people, they get $50 gift cards.
Man, how many AMC YOLO calls is that, dude?
Wait, they gift cards?
Yeah, it's like cash gift cards. So like either Visa gift cards or AMC gift cards.
$500,000 Visa gift card? Get out of
We
here!
gotta get Handsome Newsome on our show, bro.
The 500,000 will be divided for people.
Bro, you guys see what the handsomest of the handsome is doing, right? Lord Handsome is doing, right? He's essentially saying, "Hey guys, take the VACO. I'll save you from the Rona, and then you guys can vote for me because I paid y'all."
Yeah.
God, if that's not the smartest political tactic of all, you know what? So Gavin Handsome is usually on a good day. Gavin Handsome's like around a 9, a solid 9. Gavin Handsome solid.
I was like, where is this going?
Because he is.
Are you talking about a foursome?
No. Now it's a menage a cinq. Now because he's like giving away money and he wants to buy my vote, I'm ripping my vaccine card. I want the extra 2 doses.
You're gonna go
if
again?
you work at the CDC, not the CPP or the CCP, the CDC, delete my data. I want to get the VACO again. I want my money.
I want extra.
No, you're already in the raffle though.
I'm gonna start making myself and put Thanos' glove with the different vaccines because I'm collecting
Pfizer,
them at this point.
J&J, some random one.
give me the Sinovac. Give me
Sinovac is a Chinese version, right?
Sputnik 5.
Sputnik 5. Oh, the Russian one? Dude, Russians made their own vaccine. That's probably just water or vodka.
You seen that video?
Injecting yourself with vodka.
In Mother Russia, you don't take vaccine. Vaccine takes you.
You seen that video where it's like guy taking all the different shots? He's like, why be immune when you could be immortal?
Wow.
What?
It's like a funny ass video. I know.
Hey, do we have time for the raffle now? Since we're talking about raffles.
Since we are talking about raffles, let's take a raffle. So so we did post a picture on our Instagram that if you guys tagged 5 friends, you guys are into a raffle for, we're gonna say the prize now. Second prize is a hat and an AM Sheesh t-shirt, right? Brand new merch that we just dropped yesterday. First prize is the merch, right? You get a hat and a shirt. Also, you get $100 AMC gift card.
Silverback documentary.
So now you can go take your date. And here's the thing too. Did you guys see the news yesterday?
Which one?
They are now eliminating the mask mandates for vaccinated people at all AMC theaters.
Oh, wow.
So 100%
So on Tuesday,
This is like
how about to make some more candies?
perfect time to go back to the movies.
Perfect time for this squeeze.
And we're gonna make
Dude, I
it.
love AMC.
We're gonna make it happen here. Pull up the wheel.
Dude, if AMC ever hits 1,000, I'm gonna put AMC on my butt.
I don't even want to know where the M goes.
It's gonna be just on my butt. Like it's gonna be like just right there.
I cannot.
I'm gonna explain to like my grandchildren, like, Grandpa, why is there a red dot on your butt? You know what, son? You know what, son? This is a relic.
Pay for your college.
This is a relic. You like your education, huh? You like your education? This is what paid for your education. The tattoo? Exactly.
You're welcome.
You're goddamn welcome.
I sacrificed myself for you.
Yeah.
You don't appreciate me.
I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning for your college.
No, you did not wake up at 4 in the morning. You were up at 3.
3:30. I was texting people at 3:30.
Oh, so you had your phone all day, huh? But you couldn't even answer my call.
So I woke up that day, and you know what's interesting? At 3 o'clock, the market's running.
Yeah.
Who's buying stocks at 3 o'clock? Is it like foreign, like non-US?
No, it's all institutional, but the actual market opens at 4. This is Pacific Standard Time, but at 3 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, it's actually open, but it's all institutional buys.
Oh,
don't ask me why I know 2 o'clock it's open.
But why though? Like that's a very good point. Because if the institutions are buying early that morning, how are they allowed to?
Block trades, dark pool.
Dark pool.
There's so many ways, yeah.
It's rigged.
Dark pool.
It is rigged. It is rigged. They're setting up all their positions before the market opens. So they have pre-market access. Yeah. So they have pre-market access before pre-market.
Dark pool. Okay, I see it. All right. Well, here is the wheel. Are we ready to do this?
So we're picking second place first, right?
Second place first. Is Mikey's name in here? Let's take it away.
You know what? I just want to let you know, like, for the folks who said, "Oh, is this legit?" Like, come on, man. Obviously, you guys hadn't followed us in a while. We've given away merch. We've given away cash. We've Venmo'd people. We've given away Bitcoin. We've given away Bitcoin, not a full Bitcoin. No, let's just. We've given a fraction of a Bitcoin. They're all legit, man. Come on.
Yeah. All right. Let's take the first winner. This is for second prize. Reminder that if you won and you don't reach out to us within 48 hours, we will choose another person. Like that. Yep. We're not going to hold this place. Actually, you know what? 24 hours. 24 hours. 24 hours.
Plenty of time.
24 hours from the moment that the episode drops. So we're not going to make any announcements until the video actually drops tonight. Yeah. So let's get to it. The first winner is
it's like Wheel.
No, it was almost Paco.
Almost Paco. I seen that.
Floyd, congratulations. Floyd, congratulations. Floyd, you have 24 hours to claim your prize. Send us a DM on Instagram to claim your prize. Otherwise, we're going to...
Real quick about Floyd, how I know this guy. Dude loves to climb mountains. Now, he's going to be rocking AMC's, up there, right?
He's going to yell it from the mountain.
AMC.
I feel that echo.
Next one is the winner of the AMC
Grand Package
with
all inclusive
for you and your date. That covers 2 tickets, one tub of popcorn, and maybe some extra popcorn for the hole underneath.
Extra buttery.
They make sure that's extra buttery. What is your like when you guys order popcorn? Do you guys ask for extra butter?
I usually just wink.
It makes it.
Isn't it self-serve for the most part?
It makes it soggy though.
I think it is.
You like soggy popcorn?
It's not soggy.
When
you're gonna eat it.
If it's drenched in butter, it gets soggy.
Yeah.
Might as well put that butter. Might as well put your mouth in that spout.
I've tried. It's hard.
You got kicked out.
I got kicked out. But do you guys buy you remember the seasonings, the powdered seasonings? So when you put it on the butter, that's the good stuff. Cheese. That is the really good stuff. Cheese, the keckle corn. Yeah. That stuff's good. All right. All right. Let's choose a grand prize winner.
All inclusive. I just like that word.
All inclusive.
Yeah, that sounds fancy.
Who's that?
Oh, we missed it by one. Andrew Nguyen won the full package of $100 AMC gift card
playing a roulette.
Wow.
an AMC package. Congratulations. 24 hours.
Shout out to Andrew, man.
I know. Shout out to you, Andrew. If you guys make sure that you guys hit us up on Instagram if you guys want to claim your prize.
If you smash that night, please thank Trading Daddies.
True. Very true.
Give a shout out.
Give us
Shout out to
give us
Trading
a little
Daddies.
shout out.
For that,
Well, that is it. That is it for the prize raffle. Thank you guys for joining. We do these raffles from time to time. You guys will definitely have more opportunities. If AMC ever hits $1,000, you guys will get to pick where on my butt I'm gonna put it's gonna be a very small thing. It's not gonna be like the whole
You said the whole.
It's a dot, not the moon. It's a dot, not the moon.
The moon on the moon.
It's a dot, not a moon. I've always wanted to get like a tattoo of a sack of potatoes. Because no matter how wrinkly my skin gets, it's still a sack of potatoes.
I'm never asking you for tattoo ideas.
I've been telling my wife this for the longest time. Like when we got our COVID shots, I'm like, babe, I don't want to carry this card around. If it's on my phone, I'm fine. All right. But is there any way that I can get my lot numbers tattooed on me in a QR code so they could just scan my ass? Like, at the airport, when they want to see, like, are you vaccinated? Hell yes. Check this out. Or I also wanted to get a tattoo of myself, like this.
Like Steve-O did from Jackass, of himself on his back.
Yeah, on my back. And my daughter asked me this one time. So my daughter's she's 14. She's just turned 14. We've had this discussion numerous times. She's like, I want to get a piercing. And I'm like, all right, fine. Where? You know what I mean? Like another ear. I'm like, that's cool. Right. She goes, what if I turn 18 and I want to get a tattoo? And I'm like, no, you tripping. Right. Tripping. Not to say anything against, like, I'm not against people getting tattoos. That's your body. You do whatever you want to do with it, right? But for me, like, I don't have any because I know that I won't look good in them. It's just me. I'm not gonna look good. Like, first things first, if I get a tribal tattoo, my first question to myself is like, what tribe am I from? Not gonna work out. Like
the ape tribe.
The ape tribe. I don't want to take off my shirt and get questioned. I don't want to take off my shirt and get questioned. Like, bro, that's appropriate. You're not from that tribe. Like, I know because I'm from that tribe. And
I'm from that tribe.
What if they ask you, is that a gorilla?
Oh yeah, it's a gorilla. I love monkeys. No, so she asked me, like, what if I get a tattoo? And I'm like, you know what? I am a fair father. I'm a fair parent. I like to give chances because, like, when you're growing up, especially in our generation, it's the parents' rule is absolute. It's a yes or no. There's no in between, right? But for our generation, as we're raising our kids, there's a shift in that dynamic where we're giving them a little bit more power to choose what they want to do for themselves. Because
to express themselves.
Yeah, because they need to express themselves. We don't want them to feel the feelings that but sometimes there's abuse there. There has to be a line that I'm teetering that. And she asked me, like, what if I want to get a tattoo? I'm like, you know what? You can't. There's stipulations though. First tattoo that you should get is a picture of me.
What?
Yeah. It's the only way that I'm letting her. She has to choose now. I'm giving her the balls in her court. She's gonna get it. Like, if she wants to get a tattoo of whatever she wants to get a tattoo of, the first tattoo has to be of me, and it has to be like on the blade on the shoulder, and it's gonna be like, it's either two photos. It's either like me like this, or me like this. And that's the only way that I'm gonna let her get a tattoo. Now, if she gets a tattoo without my permission, it's a different conversation. But if she wants to get a tattoo, it has to be.
On the arm right here, in the heart.
like right here, man. With the heart, and then the ribbon that says "Dad."
Yeah.
You know how dudes do that? Like have a heart with the ribbon that says mom. I've never seen a girl have a heart that says we're dad on it.
It was not a good idea.
It wasn't a good idea for dudes.
It's not a good idea. They're gonna be like, "Who's that dude?" We got a dude tatted on your arm. It's my dad.
It's my dad.
Oh, he died?
Yeah, look like
No,
him.
he
No.
lives in the city. He's an hour away.
I'm sorry for your loss. No, he's alive. It's just
He's dropping me off.
he just dropped me off. He just wanted me to get a tattoo of his face so that, like in order for me to get the other tattoos. Check this one out though. This one's a mermaid.
I cannot
man.
with you.
All right. So we're coming across a very monumental time in the stock market that, I mean, millionaires are made overnight. We've seen that. Millionaires are made overnight. And we've seen certain stocks that are way under pressure or way undervalued. The fundamentals are there, right? But the technicals aren't on our side, and we trade, primarily on technicals. One stock that I want to talk to you guys about is Clove.
Okay, you brought that up.
So Clove was once a SPAC by Papa Polly, right? And it's revolutionizing healthcare for the elderly. And it is shorted to Kingdom Come. 36% is a short interest.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to give away a free pick?
This is my free pick. This is going to be a long term. I'm going to buy.
I like it. I like that.
A handful of calls, and I'm going to hold them for at least a year, and see if this gets squeezed.
It looks like it.
It looks like it. Currently, what are the prices for Clove?
$7.59. Okay.
$7.59, right?
That's a steal.
$7.59
a share, right?
So it's down pretty much 50% from IPO price.
Yeah. What did the IPO
at? 16.
16.
16 something. Yeah, 17. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of upside. We've seen it at a high. That's a lot of upside. Now, taking a look at the option stream for the, let's say, just to be safe, the November or December calls. If you take the November, the next strike, which is $9, is only $1.30.
Yeah,
so $130 per call.
It's cheap. What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that let's load up, and we could potentially move this to the upside.
Count me in.
But this has to be a long-term play.
Yeah.
You DCA in when you need to, because once they see, because once AMC dies down, Wall Street Bets is going to look for a different stock.
Yeah.
Right. They're talking about BlackBerry. They're talking about Palantir. But
they talked about Virgin Galactic SPCE.
Yeah, SPCE. Yeah. We saw SPCE move. I really do think that Clove is next.
Hopefully, PLTR is next.
Oh, dude.
You're really trying to make that Vegas trip happen, huh?
You know what's funny? There's I follow a PLTR group on Reddit, and there's a certain sentiment when it comes down to Palantir. It's more of a Western, like most of the countries that they work with are all from the West.
Yeah.
Right. They don't deal with authoritarian countries.
Yeah.
Right. So in Dallas, there's actually a billboard that says "We stand with the military."
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that one?
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting how a lot of people that don't understand what Palantir does is going to be left in the water. This is just my personal opinion. Again, not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. We're ape advisors. Advise the apes. And I think Palantir is so undervalued that once it finds its footing, and the only reason why it's kind of like going in a way that we don't want it to go is because of their stock compensation.
Yeah.
So their executives get paid in stocks and they sell right away to, make their income. That incomes, by the way, nothing against that, right? But that's the only reason why. So as we see more volume in buying, we saw that on Friday. Like Friday was a crazy day. Like it just got rejected at 24.
Mm-hmm.
But once it moves past 24, now we know where it gets rejected from. If it moves past 24, we could potentially see 30s again. So if you are looking at Palantir, don't look at Palantir as a short-term trade.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing the options for Palantir. If you have shares, just hodl. Just wait for it. But if you're holding calls, I hope that you guys have put it far out enough. Maybe a year. A year is a very good time frame for Palantir options. That's what I truly believe.
I'm gonna reposition on Palantir, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
So we're coming across 5 more minutes here. Any last words?
You know what? I'm gonna look into, since we're in a bull market again. Well, not a bull market. I'm not calling it right now, but since we're getting into a bump, okay. I'm going to look into growth again. Roku's a good play. Tesla's a good play. Neo even is a good play.
Mm-hmm.
Palantir, I'm going to reposition on that one. And then I'm actually going to, this is one of my pick, okay? Personal pick. Airbnb. The reason being is that hotels are going to be back. I don't think people are going to go back to the traditional, let's go get a hotel. People will look into renting homes instead. Short term, yeah. So Airbnb, I'm going to look into a longer term for that one.
Dare say a leap call?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Airbnb's beat up. The stock's beat up.
Oh yeah, dude. I made some good coin on Airbnb this past week.
Yeah.
I like it. Paco, trades for the week?
Yeah, I'm gonna reposition in PLTR, and then I'm gonna look into Clove because I actually bought shares a while ago of Clove and made money on it, and I like the company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look into that, and then back into Tesla. Tesla to 1,000, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Matt, final trades?
I was actually looking into Neo as well. Looks like it could have another bump. Palantir, I did that play on Friday, and I feel like there's a lot of things going on, a lot of news, so that as well. There was another one. I'm not sure if it was what's that? Intuit. I think that might have some potential plays as well.
Because it's tax season.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that's on my watch list as well. And that's it.
Nice. You know what's also a very interesting stock that has a fairly high short interest that is beaten down to Kingdom Come, and I don't understand why it's been so beaten down. Is Rocket?
Boo boo.
It's I don't know. I want to understand why.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do some more research on Rocket because Rocket is in a way making it easier for you to buy a home.
Yeah, it hasn't moved at all.
It's modernizing. Like the lowest at 60, like the last $43 is the highest. And when did that hit? When it got squeezed 1st of March. So now there's more short interest again, and it's actually lower than the price before it got squeezed.
Yeah.
So before it got squeezed, it was right around $19-20, and now we're at $17.71, way below. So I think we're gonna see another squeeze on Rocket. So I'm gonna take a look at more research on Rocket and see if there's a way for us to make that play. So that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for coming in and joining us for today. This is definitely a fun episode. Any last words for the people, especially for Matt and Paco, who are fairly new to the market? Anything that you guys want to tell them with the experience that you guys have under your belt? We'll start with Paco.
Join the Discord, man. Watch the YouTube videos. Definitely big help. A lot of transparency. I would say just get that interest, learn how to invest, and let's make some money and have some fun along with it. Be a group, man. As a group, you can get more eyes and we could all move a little bit different. Yeah.
Matt?
I say, yeah, just if you guys want to get into like stock market right now, I think it's the perfect time, honestly. And we have a perfect team here. We all help each other. Join a Discord, join, watch our YouTube videos, and I think now's the time.
It's never too late. It's never too late. And remember, this is a market that puts you in a position where you never would thought that you would have done it before. Before we thought it was a rich man's game, but now it's thanks to Robinhood for democratizing the market and letting the small person play. But also, screw you, Robinhood, for not letting people sell their AMC shares. So I'm salty, but that is pretty much it. John, do you have any last words for the people?
We're good, and I'm excited for Tuesday. I mean, June is here.
June is here. Tuesday. I've been waiting for Tuesday. The long weekends are horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible if you're excited for the market open. Good if you're selling calls against your positions, because I'm taking all that theta boys. Yeah. Let's go. With that being said, make sure that you guys follow us, hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice thumbs up if you guys like this content. Comment down in the section below the stocks you guys want us to cover for Daddy Bits. If you haven't followed us yet, follow us on all social media. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Trading Daddies for the both of us. TradingDaddies.com for all your news, your merch. 15% off your entire purchase. Robinhood sucks. Matt, you want to plug in your Instagram real quick?
Follow me on Matchu, MVTCHU. All the Trading Daddies as well.
Yeah, thank you.
RKG17.
RKG17. Thank you very much. People, remember, let's get trading.
And the charts don't lie.
Charts don't lie. Charts don't.